All right. Hey guys. So normally come on here and talk about different airline tips and tricks and things like that and kind of ways to find the best aircraft. Really some sad news tonight here on Wednesday. We're hearing that a CRJ 700 operated by PSA Airlines, which uh, with American Airlines. It's basically the American Eagle, kind of the regional jet for American Eagle. It usually connects smaller cities, medium-sized cities to a hub. Um, has crashed in the Potomac River tonight. So here's what we know so far. Right now, this is an active investigation. Texting with some of the folks I know at the DC Fire Department. Obviously, this is the scene behind me here. This is obviously just Fox News, but I've been texting with firefighters in DC. Uh, it happened. The plane, it was a CRJ 700. Those carry about 60 people. It left Wichita, Kansas around 5:30 Central Time. Was supposed to land at DCA around 9 o'clock, about an hour and a half ago. And as it was on its approach to one of the runways there, it collided with a Black Hawk helicopter. That's what we're hearing so far. This is still a very active scene right now. So there are DC fire rescue boats in the Potomac River trying to see if there are any survivors from this crash. But again, this happened about an hour and a half ago. There is a ground stop right now at the DCA airport as is going on. Now, one thing that we can tell you is that again, usually there's about 60 folks on these flights, two flight attendants, and then two captains, two pilots rather. We have not heard exactly if there are survivors or if there are any injured. But we can tell you that if there was a fatality, this is the first time since 2018 when there was a fatality on a commercial aircraft. And if you remember, that was that passenger on the Southwest Airlines flight that actually was ripped outside of the window, and there were several other injuries during that time. But there's not been a fatality in 6 or 7 years on a commercial flight in the U.S. Now, we've been hearing a lot lately about some close calls. We have that Alaska Airlines incident about a year ago where the door plug came out, right? So this would be very rare if there were fatalities in this. Of course, you remember the Miracle on the Hudson back about 10, 15 years ago or so as well. So what we're knowing right now is that we're still waiting. I'm texting with firefighters in the DC area. We're still waiting to hear more about if there are survivors and where things are going right now. Again, it was a Black Hawk helicopter that collided with this CRJ 700. And just to paint the picture more, if you think about your aircraft, right? You've got the 2-2 configuration on that. So there are no middle seats on a CRJ 700. They're smaller aircraft, usually with about 60 or 70 passengers. In this case, it was going from Wichita, Kansas to the DC area. It was an American Eagle, but it was operated by PSA Airlines. So we're still waiting for statements from PSA Airlines on that. And actually, we'll check to see this is happening all in real time as you guys, I'm sure, are watching there and watching on television and trying to figure out what's going on. But PSA has not released a statement on this. American Airlines calling this an active investigation right now. They are just saying that they will provide more information when it's made public. That was about 20 minutes ago. So very fluid situation here with this. It's hopefully, this is something that isn't a catastrophe, right? Like we talked about the Miracle on the Hudson, something of that nature. But you can imagine if this flight collided with a helicopter, and we're getting images in of what appears to be potentially a fiery crash midair there on the approach here. So PSA Airlines, in conjunction with American Airlines, that's where we're at right now. Just waiting for statements from the FAA and American Airlines. As you can see right there all of the rescue boats, fire personnel, and as I was chatting with someone from